Hello, welcome to Scrap Time. My name is Christine, and in this video I am making a watercolored urban sketching card. So in this video I am going to show you how I turned these urban sketches into some little watercolor cards. And of course I live in Toronto, so I have the CN Tower as a dominant recognizable structure. But wherever you live, if you have some rooftops or some distinguishing building or whatever, all that would be great to use for these type of cards because you're more or less looking for that outline. And here's another example with the CN Tower, and then I like to refer to it as the Sky Dome and not its current real name. And it will always be the Sky Dome in my opinion. So anyway, that's just some Toronto talk. So I'm going to show you how I painted in these cards to give those different colors and gradations and stuff. So first off, I just sketched on the CN Tower here. I thought that's a nice iconic image to use. And I have my palette, and I am using the Dr. P.H. Martin's Hydrus watercolors. Now these are great because no water is needed, so you have the full intensity of color. They come in a dropper and you can just drop it into your palette. This one here was that green. This is the blue. I'm going to use ultramarine red violet. And permanent red. Now you can even add more colors, but I didn't want to have too many colors left on my palette. So I'm using a watercolor brush. I'm just getting some water on it and I'm going to start with this tip. I'm just going to do the tip my way to try and get it. And so maybe I'll start with this bit of green. And I can put it into my palette because I'm going to be mixing some colors as I go. So it's just that tip is very narrow. So now as I move into this next little bit, I'm going to add in a bit of the blue. And I'm sort of blending it in my palette with the green. I'm doing that next little bit. Then I can add in some of the purple. I'm going to go down a bit before introducing some red. Now, because red and purple make brown, that's sort of happening, but I'm fine with that. That was sort of part of it. So now that I'm moving into the bigger, I'm going to get a bigger brush. And I'm going to get some red on here. Then I can go back with some green. And I'm sort of just mopping on the color at this point. I want that nice color. As it dries, some of the darkness will go away actually. So I'm going to do some blue in there. And you have to do this all as a one thing. Or you'll even get a bit more blotchiness. I'm going to go back with a bit of water. Then maybe a bit of purple. And I might go back with a bit of red down here. And just finish it off. And the thing with these is you want take it right to the base of your card, but then we're leaving the other side white. Now I could go back a little. It's just I have my lines are a little bit wonky. So I might just go back and try and straighten out some of these lines. Now I have a bit of a wonky CN tower, but what I'm going to do is hit this with the heat gun. Because it's water, it'll dry fairly quickly, just so we can see once it dries. So now that it's fairly dry, it's still fairly dark, but you get some of those blues showing through and the reds and the purples. So if you didn't want it so dark, you might want to just, because the watercolors are so intense, maybe just add a bit more water to them so some of the other colors shows through a lot more. But you can see just by blending the colors and adding the colors and that, I can go back and add a bit of water and then give it more of that blotchiness. But it's just fun. Another fun way to go out, sketch something in your city or neighborhood, and then just fill it all in with color. And using the Dr. P.H. Martin's Hydrangeas watercolors give you that nice, dark, intense colors that you might not be able to get from palettes. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and like our video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Scrap Time Videos. See you next time. Bye-bye.